Good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are. I'm Paul Clark. Welcome to my studio. So what have I got for you lovely lot today? Well, literally, we've just got back from our painting retreat in Portugal 2 days ago. And to be honest, I haven't had time to do a tutorial this week. So rather than give you nothing, I thought you might be interested in seeing my latest sketchbook, which is only just finished. It's something that I always encourage my students to do, sketching, especially plein air. It's just such a way of getting your visual knowledge going. And of course, it's a great way to relax. So come and join me and I'll take you through my latest sketchbook. Okay, so this is a Loyal, if that's how you pronounce it, watercolour sketchbook. Now this is the first time I've used one of these and I have to say the paper's good quality. Oh look, haven't put my name there yet. Better do that. Now I took this sketchbook with me on our painting retreat to La Gomera in the Canary Islands, and this was for a student who asked me about perspective, especially on stairs, which can be really awkward. And this was a little scene painted plein air in the capital at San Sebastian. This was the Church of the Assumption in the city centre, and again a few students struggled with the perspective, so we just ran through that. And that's the nice ornate doorway. More scenes from La Gomera. I was sitting waiting for the ferry. And that's just a palm tree. Plenty of those on La Gomera. This is back at the hotel with the lovely little apartments that we stayed in. Oh yes, this was a wine press again in the hotel grounds that we had a sketching day. That's just done with a black ballpoint pen. And here's a couple of coastal scenes just along the way from the hotel. Again, all done plein air. And that one's a line and wash. Yes, that's a quick sketch, a Cornish scene that was used for one of my YouTube tutorials. And back to La Gomera, the famous little house along the front at Playa Santiago. No points for guessing where that is. Yes, the iconic Stonehenge with a little bit of evening light. Classic English church, again all line and wash. And another watercolour sketch for a YouTube tutorial based on the work by John Singer Sargent. Yes, a small section of the Brighton Pavilion. Stunning place to visit, just up the road from us. Yeah, that's just me having a bit of fun experimenting with colours. And that's a folly at Dunsborough Park, line and wash again. Edinburgh, yep, looking down towards the city. Oh yes, I do like a windmill, and that one is at St Monins. Yes, I think I don't do enough wildlife because I really enjoy doing these two. Both line and washes again, and both probably in less than half an hour. A couple of landscapes, and the one on the right here is the famous 80-mile long Hadrian's Wall, built by the Romans to stop the barbarians from attacking. Now this was great practice. It's a copy of a Michelangelo sketch. Didn't quite get that knee right, but it was a great education. Just a little group of figures eating a pizza. And that's just something I made up as I wanted to include a British postbox. Now that again, a sketch for a YouTube tutorial based on a painting by John Yardley. Now I have a real fascination for British village signs. I think they're real works of art in themselves. And these are just a couple which I think are great. Not all villages have them, but when you see them, they're worth taking a note of. And that's a line and wash of a Napoleonic soldier. I just like to paint random things from time to time. Yes, one of my favourite albums by the legendary Mr. Bowie. If I remember correctly, that's another Michelangelo sketch. And whenever I want to loosen up and splash around with paint, quick 15-minute florals, always good practice. Another group of figures eating ice creams, again line and wash. No idea what was going on in my mind then, but quite good fun. a spontaneous watercolour, and that was a sketch again for a YouTube video. A couple of birds, the first a fieldfare, which you certainly don't see many of those around our way. Of course a magpie, we get plenty of those noisy little critters. I'm woken up by them most mornings. A lovely smiling Asian gentleman. I really must do more portraits because I did enjoy doing this one. This, I think, is a green veined white butterfly, but please someone tell me if I'm wrong. Some garlic for no apparent reason other than just the joy of sketching. That was good fun. Let me know if you'd like to see more wildlife in my tutorials. Now this is just something I completely made up from my imagination. Could be a good little place to live. Another sketch from one of my very recent YouTube tutorials up on Dartmoor. And these were just done with a ballpoint pen, just a simple line drawing, just trying to get the feel and shape of our lovely little furry friends. Another line and wash of Ludlow Market. And that's it, we're all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and you found it interesting. Next week we'll be back to our normal full tutorial, but in the meantime, please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, do read every single one, and I'll see you all again next week for a full tutorial. Take care now, bye for now.